Thanks again for tuning in. Today we have some more classic car details for you, and behind me is a 300SL Gullwing chassis. Pardon the orange wheels, they're just there for the paint department because the next step is the body is going to go onto the chassis, the gapping will be done, and then it will have its final sanded check before the paint goes on, which will be very exciting. We look forward to showing you that too. But while we have this great opportunity, we thought it would be interesting to show you some of the details that made the 300SL so successful and really in its day and today. So going to a recent video we saw at Jay Leonard's garage on YouTube, we saw an amazing Mercedes, a 1913 Mercedes, which they said was the first supercar, which I can sort of see their point. It's a magnificent, amazing car. And a car that could do 100 miles an hour in 1913 may as well have been a space shuttle. It just would have been incredible for people to fathom that at the time. But my opinion, with it being the first supercar, I don't know if I agree with that. It was a supercar, but maybe not the first supercar. So this Gullwing with the chassis that we have in front of us, the reason why I say that is I feel the Gullwing is the first supercar, the 300SL, is because of it encompasses all of the things like the chassis, the driveline, the brakes, the way it feels and the way it drives and the sound and the look are all in the one package, which in my opinion, and I'll be curious to have your opinions as well, please tell me if you can think of another car that I haven't, but the Gullwing, I feel, is the first one that had them all. Now, this is 1952 technology, and from the 194s, the racing cars that Mercedes-Benz had at the time. But the W198, the Gullwing, had a heap of things that were derived straight from the racing car. The biggest difference was the 6-cylinder engine, which was the same engine as such, was direct fuel injection, which was the first car to have that of the time, petrol fuel injection, because diesels ran a very similar technology. But it was this chassis. Now, there was other cars that had sort of similar things to some degree, but nothing like this. The chassis is all made out of chromoly. It is in various different sizes of tube and thicknesses. And the thicknesses, I think, range from 0.7 of a millimeter to 1.3 millimeters in some places, apart from the big thick junctions, but the tubes themselves. Now, this chassis was the part of the reason why the 300SL was so successful. It was super taut, it was incredibly light. The whole chassis without anything in it only weighs around 60 to 70 kilos. There's even a picture which I've seen, which I'll have a look for and see if I can put it in the video if I find it, of a strong man lifting the chassis of 70 kilos above his head by himself. Now, amazing that that was the whole chassis. Most chassis weigh sort of 300-400 kilos in certain cases. But that was one of the things that really made it a very balanced and well thought out car. Then you had the direct injection 3-litre 6-cylinder making 215 horsepower. Then you had the brakes. It has these huge vented drum brakes. And people always say that they want to put discs on things and all the rest of it. Most of the reason why that is they haven't had drum brakes that have been sorted out properly, that are done properly. Now, these drums, I think, in my opinion, the discs aren't probably as effective as the drum brakes themselves. And in the literature, and when the cars were still new, it says that at 100 miles an hour, each one of these wheels moves so much air through it due to the vents on them that they pull 1 horsepower of drag per wheel, moving the air over the drum to keep them cool. And they're not that heavy, they're actually aluminium sleeved with steel, which you have to have for braking. But yeah, it was really the first time that all of it was in one package in one car. But this really, the Miura is also said to be the first supercar, but this, in my opinion, really is. And thank you for watching. And please like and subscribe, and if you've got any other comments and things you'd like us to look at on the 300SL, please put them in the comments, and we will film and explain it in as much detail as we can. Thank you. Bye.